I just finished watching Rosenstrike versus Tuivasa, and in the second round, we see the Australian fighter throw a low kick and then noticeably be damaged, like really hurt. Then he has to go on the back pedal, takes a decent amount of punches in the process of trying to let that leg heal up. I want to talk about how to avoid this. Why your foot is going to get damaged when you throw a low kick. Now, very often it's because somebody checks that low kick and you end up catching, usually it's knee. You catch the knee and that is super damaging. But often, very often, it's the shin that takes the damage. What happens in this exchange is Tuivasa throws the low kick. His range is probably a little off. He throws a little extended and ends up catching what looks like the tip of the foot, maybe toes. And it goes kind of to that knee area. What you have to remember to do, if you don't want that same damage, is to have your foot flexed. And this is going to help you whether you land on your shin or your foot, because I'm sure many of you have hit a bag before. You hit the bag, you catch it with your toes, and the whole foot just kind of boom, gets knocked backwards. It hyperextends, and coming down is so painful. I've had it before where I've hit and you come down, you're like, what the heck? And that tension in the foot is going to stop that rollback of the leg. Therefore, you're not going to take that same damage. I'm not 100% sure this is exactly what happened to Tuivasa, but I bet a decent amount of money could just be that his toes hit the knee, but I don't see him being as damaged. I feel like it's more that stretching of the tendon or the muscle through there, because in my experience, that is what has really hurt. So we've talked about this before on the channel. You don't want your foot wobbly when you kick. That does not provide protection for your shin or your foot. You want it flexed, pointed like a ballerina, and then you can go about blasting in your kick as opposed to that wobbly ankle. Make sure you're implementing that so you don't suffer the consequences the same way that Tuivasa did.